I thought we were going to engage in this debate without some of the political nuances or partisan nuances that we have heard from our friends. It is true that when we are talking about the political history of this country, we need to talk about it to the fullest. I agree. I did some history, level 100, level 200 in University of Ghana. And I had the privileged opportunity to be taught by no less a person than Professor Adofeni. And as part of the definitions of history, there are some scholars who have defined history as concocted lies to form facts.
Go ahead.
And I think that that is what concocted lies to form facts. I think that there are some scholars. Let me be. Can I finish? Oh, so you want the source? Mr. Speaker, they should go and read the SHS history book. They should go and read that. And in fact, topics in West African history, written by no less a person than Professor Edu Boahin. They should go and read their writings. But you see, but what other source do you want? So, Mr. Speaker, that is the source. So I think that what we have seen today is a perfect description of history could be defined as concocted lies to form facts. And we have seen that across the aisle, that they have focused on that aspects of definition of history, which is roundly condemned by many historians. But let me be very clear. Mr. Speaker, the reason why we talk about Nkrumah, and the reason why when we talk about the history of this country, we do so because there is always an effort by our friends from the other side to rewrite the political history of this country. Need I remind you that even after Nkrumah was illegally and unjustifiably overthrown, Nkrumah's mother, who was barely blind over 80 years, the woman was dragged to appear before commission after commission. And you know what they wanted the woman to say? That the woman should say Nkrumah was not her biological son. These are historical facts. And that Nkrumah was a Liberian. These are historical facts. You can check it from the Hansard of even Parliament. You don't read, and it is not my fault that you do not read. I'm saying that Nkrumah's mother was dragged. Mr. Speaker, I'm giving a time when they were speaking. You see, there is a problem.
Honorable Murtala.
That when you take...
Honorable Murtala, I will recognize Honorable Animedu Enchi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this matter is very serious. And I think my brother is misleading the House. He can't go and read any uncredible story from anywhere and come and make allegations, wild allegations, and there's no source. And he's just saying Nkrumah's mother was being coerced into saying that is this. I've never heard it. Where did he get it from? He should prove it. Prove it and give us a source.
Honorable Murtala.
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Murtala Muhammed.
Mr. Speaker, it is
with
not my
all
fault.
due respect, the debate must be centered on the principles underpinning the bill and the committee's reports. So please stick to the report and the memorandum underpinning the bill.
Mr. Speaker, part of what we are considering today is the Founders' Day. And you cannot talk about the Founders' Day of this country without talking about the founder, the only founder of the present-day Ghana. And I'm saying that the reason why emphasis is put on Nkrumah, because there have been several attempts. And when I say appear before commission after commission, this was not done in some bush somewhere. Commissions established by the NLC, that group of criminals who unjustifiably and criminally truncated democratic process. Anybody who truncates democratic processes is a criminal. I'm saying that he appeared before commission after
honorable members.
Of course.
Honorable Murtala.
Look, the 1992
Honorable Murtala.
Constitution.
Honorable Murtala Muhammed, please. All statements relating to criminal, accordingly, they are expunged from the record.
Mr. Speaker, anybody who truncates, Mr. Speaker, anybody who truncates democratic process is a criminal. That is a fact. That is a fact. As a matter of fact, the 1992 Constitution, well, I'll make the points anyway. I will make the points anyway.
Yes, Honorable Nitiwul. Are you on a point of order? Are you on point of order?
Yes.
Else I'll give you the floor to speak. What is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, arise on the point of order or based on your ruling the last time. Mr. Speaker, I want to state that my honorable colleague has the right to debate forcefully, but we should learn from history. Mr. Speaker, we regret the last time what happened. I think we are going back to that same thing again. Mr. Speaker. I was the same person. Mr. Speaker, I will urge, at least I've been in this house for 20-something years, I will urge that my colleague does not provoke people to say things that will bring pain to people in this house. It will not be good for people to say things or respond that will bring pain to people in this house. I beg you, please, I beg you, just stay away from it. It won't help anybody. Honorable, if people want to get up and say things, it will bring a lot of pain to this house. So I beg you, please, stay out of it.
Yes, Honorable Murtala, your statement referring to anybody as criminal, please withdraw.
Well, Mr. Speaker, everything I said here.
Honorable Murtala, kindly withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, I withdraw. But let me make my points. Mr. Speaker, did I hear?
Speaker, sit down.
Mr. Speaker, well, are you supporting a military coup? Are you supporting a military coup? Is that what you're supporting? Supporting a military coup?
Honorable members, may you resume your seats. Honorable members, may you resume your seats. Honorable members, may you kindly resume your seats. Honorable Murtala, once again, limit yourself to the memorandum accompanying the bill and the report of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, I think that I remember when I was a student at Kulukuli School. Thankfully, my senior brother, Honorable Harun Idrisu, attended Kulukuli School. On each day, we were forced to go to school. It took the NDC, the National Democratic Party, the National Democratic Congress. Oh well, I'm not a paragon of knowledge, unlike you. The National Democratic Congress, to ensure that there was social justice and equity in a country that is constitutionally described as a secular state, that the NDC gave us our first holiday. Thanks to the NDC. As Muslims in this country. Because my brother was telling me, mentioning the number of Muslims at cabinet, I never knew that cabinet ministers are more influential than vice presidents.
Tell him.
We had a vice president who was a Muslim for 8 years. He didn't see the need. Now you are now mentioning our names. That Honorable Harun Idrisu, Honorable Mutaka, Honorable Murtala are Muslims at cabinet. We had a vice president. He didn't see the need. So it tells you the beauty of this country. It tells you how accommodating Ghanaians are. It tells you why we have become an oasis in turmoil. That if you go through social media, everybody points to Ghana and says that this is the country I would want to be. That you find in churches, programs, you find Muslims who are attending. You find in mosques, you find Christians who are attending, traditional worshippers. That makes us a state. But this idea of trying to bring about religious justifications and why you think that as Muslims we should have done that, I leave that to the Ghanaian public who are watching live across the globe. The NDC has always demonstrated that everybody in this country should be treated equally. And for us as NDC, this particular holiday which is given to us, for me, is a relief. Because I still remember as a little boy attending school, that the agony I went through to go to school on Eid Day when my colleagues were celebrating. We can only thank His Excellency President Mahama and thank the National Democratic Congress. And Right Honorable Speaker, that explains why, even though my grandfather was one of the founding fathers of the UP tradition,
Honorable Murtala,
the more I read
conclude.
about the political history of this country, the more I gravitate towards the only political party that ensures social justice and equity, and that is the National Democratic Congress. Right Honorable Speaker, I would conclude by saying, yes, we need to talk about the history of this country, but history is properly told when you acknowledge both the positives and the negatives. Nkrumah is the founder. Nkrumah was a judge, that African of the millennium, not African of 10 years, 100 years. And he was a judge by no less a group than the entire continent of Africa. BBC voted him. Who changed the Founders' Day in the first place? Who changed it? What the NDC and President Mahama is seeking to do is to correct the wrongs that were emotionally driven, wrongs that were not driven by social justice and proper conduct, which is expected of politicians. President Mahama is changing it. So the threat that what happens should the tables, change, when you do that, and hopefully, that will take a very, very long time. The people of this country, Right Honorable Speaker, the people of this country, Right Honorable
time is up.
Mr. Speaker, I'm concluding. Mr. Speaker, we want to urge our friends, and I agree with Honorable Habib when he suggested that there could be addition because of the Eid al-Adha. I'll conclude with a famous proverb in Dagban, that you cannot sleep with an itching anus and do not expect to wake up with smiling fingers. They ensure that they slept with an itching anus. It is their baggage to carry. And that is why the frustration is found everywhere in the faces of my honorable good friends. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.